Hello everyone, it's Dom from Esports News UK. This is the last day of Insomnia. Obviously this will be going out after Insomnia, and I'm joined by two people who've been in the scene for quite a while now. I'll let you introduce yourselves.
So I'm George Spur, probably should say that. I am the owner of Clique. I also own XCalibur with Mark, and I help around with UKEL things and mainly do like content and stuff now rather than esports stuff, but yeah, that's what it is.
Oh, good.
And I'm Mark Omni Busby. I started Darkspawn 5 years ago now, and that went by the by and started UKL with Alex Synergy. And now I do XCalibur with George as well.
So a bit of context, Darkspawn were an organisation, right?
Yes,
You're in League of Legends and a few other things. UKEL, really good grassroots league in League of Legends. Unfortunately, was shut down when Riot teamed up with Freaks for You and launched the NLC.
That's right, yeah.
But you still got plans for other games and things like that.
Yeah.
And then XCalibur is your new merch business.
XCalibur came about because of Darkspawn, actually. When we ran Darkspawn, we struggled to find a good merch company. And my entire background for 25 years nearly has been producing. I work on the printers that make apparel. And it really frustrated me that we couldn't find somebody who could produce good merch in a timely fashion for a good price. So pre-pandemic, we set a lot of stuff up for XCalibur, and then the pandemic hit, so we just put it all on hold. But now we're obviously back and relaunching it. So
yeah. And I saw the shirt you had the other day, the XCalibur. It looked pretty good.
Yep.
Yeah, it's a shame you don't have one now, but yeah, it's all good.
Not even with us, it's in the car.
That's all right. But yeah, before we get into that, I guess if we cover UKEL, because people watching this who know League of Legends might know that first. Is that sort of obviously League of Legends is that stopped, but you might have plans for other games?
Yeah. So the plan was when Alex originally approached me with it, the plan was League of Legends. If that does okay, we'll move on. And then we got bogged down with League of Legends because it was a lot more work than me and him originally anticipated. But the plan was always to expand and do other games. And basically what's happened with Riot and Freaks is they've given us the kick up the arse that we needed to actually go and look at other games. So we're still around, we will be doing other games. We're not allowed to do League. That is completely shut door. So it's unfortunate because obviously we enjoyed League and I think we did well with it. I think it helped the UK scene. So our plan going forward is to basically do the same thing, replicate it, but for other games and try and build a UK scene for other games as well. The first one we're looking at is Rocket League.
That's interesting.
We are still working with Riot. We're trying to at least. We are doing something with Wild Rift that we're going to try, which will be a community for Wild Rift. The idea is it will be a Discord community and Twitter and social media, and we will eventually run tournaments via UKL for it as well. So.
Wild Rift, because we've seen some League of Legends content creators and personalities go into Wild Rift. I know we have Stuart here, who's with XCalibur Esports doing content creation, and XScoundrel's done a few bits, but I do think it's still under maybe like supported by content creators and that kind of community.
Yeah. So that's the thing. We want to jump on it while it's still in its infancy and try and build a UK scene for it. So yeah.
Well, good luck. Keep us posting all that. You had plans in Pokemon. Unite. What happened
ongoing? So at the minute we currently have a very, very casual league going on the platform. Right. It's not garnered a lot of interest because there's no prize really, and obviously Nintendo launched their World Championship, which is £1 million prize pool, whatever it is, so everybody's gone that way. We have Georgie on board, Inquisitor, who works for them doing tournament admin already. Right. So we are talking to them and trying to see what we're allowed to do and what we aren't allowed to do, because again it comes down to licensing.
Yeah, Nintendo, I know it's the Pokemon company, but it's still a Nintendo property, and they can be a bit finicky with things like Smash Brothers and all
Absolutely, and I think it falls under Nintendo's organised play, and their rules are quite strict, because it's a lot of kids, it's like no swearing and things like that.
More safeguarding needed.
Absolutely, yeah. So one day, hopefully. It's just a long process. Nothing's quick, unfortunately.
That's all right. Well, I look forward to hearing more. Before we jump into the XCalibur stuff as well, I'll cover Clique off as well with you, George, because that's been going a while now. I mean, I remember back when you were Newcastle Jaguars years ago, and then you've rebranded, and you've had, like I said to you the other day off camera, you've had quite a few players that have gone on to do bigger tournaments, bigger rules, or globally and stuff like that. So yeah, what's the latest with Clique?
Yeah, so at the minute I mainly deal with content teams. So before the pandemic, we had a really good Apex roster. We sent them to Texas literally as the pandemic hit. So we were like in a bit of a panic mode, like how we're going to get them back from Texas. Like, so we had, I think it was 3 UK lads and 2 UK lads, 1 German, 1 Denmark, and we were like, oh my god, these other countries are starting to lock down. We weren't quite, so it was a bit of all over the shop. Talking to sponsors and stuff at that point, obviously burned through a lot with funds doing that bit of investment. But we're finally starting to recover. We've had a good couple of years. Not competing as much in esports at the minute. We've got just signed a brand new CSGO roster. Got an amazing Quake player, really good FIFA player. Kind of leaving it at that for now, and then growing a nice content team at the same time as well to provide a good base.
You do have esports players though. I thought you'd shifted purely into content.
No. So we'll have Quake, that's RMV. He is from I can't remember exactly, Grimsby. He's absolutely fantastic, and he's literally, again, young talent. We saw him, Blubs saw him rising through the ranks and got in touch with him, and he still is not quite tier 1. He's certainly getting there. I think he almost qualified for the World Championships again in Texas. But he's young UK talent who will help him grow brand and stuff like that. And you'll be seeing him in a few years. He'll be like at the top of the Quake scene. He's doing amazing. FIFA player. So we had the Premier League, Jake, Planet Toast. We've just literally a week or two ago signed a CSGO roster. 3 ex-pros and 2 younger talent that we're trying to help bring up and help grow. But and then on top of all that, that's what I do. I manage the content team. So we've got a really wide variety of content creators who, some of them do compete in things like they're starting to compete in Apex and stuff, just on the side. But we're finally getting to that as a nice established base, and working with Beyond has been amazing. So we're certainly getting there. It's just
Beyond, because it gets confusing, right? Because there's Beyond Arena Clash tournaments, and there's the Beyond the new Tropic.
Yeah, so it's Beyond NRG.
We do a bit with them as well.
Yeah, so it's the new Tropic thing. They're absolutely fantastic company to work with. We know them all personally. We went out with dinner with Billy, just not even like in a business meeting, just as mates. We went out with the owner the other night and stuff. So it's just, they're a really fantastic company to work for. We do events with them throughout the year and stuff. So we're finally getting there. And Clique will be a big name now in the next few years. We're just slowly building that base up.
Yeah, sounds good. So on to the main thing you wanted to talk about, XCalibur. Yeah, esports jerseys. I mean, I looked into merch a while ago. There are a few businesses here, but then you want to keep costs down, don't you, and everything like that. When did you? So, like you say, that's started up again recently.
Yeah. So,
what are your aims with it?
Well, it was originally when I'm divorced now, but it was when I was still with Jenny. Jenny obviously runs the largest beanbag manufacturing company in Europe, Are You Comfy Beanbags. So it came a lot from her. We wanted to start doing t-shirts and things because when we ran Darkspawn, we went through 4 or 5 companies, and every time it either took a really long time to arrive, I'm talking months, the quality was poor, stitching was poor, they didn't wash very well, or they were extortionately priced. So Jen said, why don't we just do it? We've got a load of sewers, we've got all the printing kit, I repair printers and build them and design them. So she was like, we're the perfect people to do it. So we started that journey. Unfortunately, things went sideways with me and Jen, but I carried that on. Pandemic hit, it all stopped. Bought all the equipment, and then it just sat there, so I sold it all again. But then, as we were coming out of the pandemic, me and George had a conversation, and George asked me if I could still get jerseys. I was like, oh, let's do it. Me and George sat down and had a serious conversation about it, and we're like, yeah, let's just do it. Let's crack on. And that's where we basically come from. So we want to eradicate really the problems that Clique have had the same problems. So we want decent quality. We want it to be eco-friendly. That's an important thing for us. Cost needs to be low. The teams can sell it at whatever they want to sell it at. As long as we price it well for the teams, they can make whatever money they want. If they want to do a £40, £50 jersey, that's on them. They won't sell it.
It depends what level, right? If you're FaZe clan.
if you're FaZe or Fnatic, you'll sell it. You know, grassroots orgs need to be around the £25 mark, realistically, if they want to sell a lot of merch anyway. T-shirts, embroidery, we do direct-to-garment, sublimation. With sublimation, we can produce just about anything.
What is that? I don't know what that is.
Sublimation?
Yeah.
So sublimation printing is you print on a paper liner. It then goes to a massive calendar press, presses onto fabric, and the ink goes from a liquid to a gas to a liquid again, and it presses into the fabric. So all jerseys are sublimated.
Right, okay.
And then you cut it up and you sew it and everything else. But with that method, we can make trousers, shorts, jerseys, hoodies, bags, you name it, anything that can be sewn together, any kind of merchandise.
Shorts.
We can do it. Shorts, yeah, we can do shorts, yeah, absolutely, yeah. We need sizes, obviously.
Yeah.
We do have templates, but they don't. It's the templates aren't one size fits all. If you give us actual measurements, we'll do it to measurement. So you know, if you want
You do custom. For certain players.
Absolutely, yeah. And if you want slim fit, or we've got the fabric for the skin tight rugby shirts, so we can press it onto that if you want. And if you're muscly, no, I don't order them either. Everything I order is baggy. But yeah, and then we just do normal T-shirts with direct to garment, all that kind of thing. Hoodies as well. So yeah.
Is it live now? So do you have a website? Can people go on, or are you in the discussion phases with teams?
The website at the minute says coming soon. All the functionality is there, but we're not overly happy with the actual design at the minute. So we did want to launch it for this, but
teams can reach out to it. We have took orders. We have got people. We have provided jerseys. We have provided stuff.
You can do that,
so
but the interface for people you don't know and newcomers isn't where you want it to be yet.
So we're not doing redirect to consumer. We're going to be doing basically business to business, and then it's going to be well, not even necessarily bulk. It can be single orders.
Right, okay.
We just wanted to leave it up to the teams as to how they want to distribute their merch. Like, if that's one of the things is with other providers is you either you've got to have a shop, or like they just don't do one at all. So we wanted to do either or. Like, we'll have that chat. We want to make everyone's different. Everyone is at a different stage in esports, especially at grassroots, and we found that moving through, and that like we'll be launching our website probably second Q2, and we're gonna be able to sell our own stuff. So we don't want our merch on someone else's website. We want our merch on ours, but other people can't afford to host a website. They can't afford to do. So we can provide shops. It's just one of those things that we're tailoring it to everyone. So just if people reach out to it, then we can do whatever they want.
It can be expensive, My monthly web hosting comes round. It adds up.
For me, it's domains every year. When all the domains renew, because it's pretty much the same time. It's hundreds of pounds. The monthly cost, not so worried about at the minute, but obviously as a site, you'll know yourself, as a site grows, you get charged more and more and more. So yeah, it's we're happy, like Judge says, we're happy to host a shop if you want a shop, but if you want to host it yourself, you want to put your own prices on so people can't see other shops and see, there's only 25, why is yours 30, kind of thing. Do whatever you want to do, and we'll work with you. Basically, a good example is Lucent Esports recently went to Epic LAN. Hopefully, Will won't mind me telling people this. He contacted me a couple of weeks before and said, "Can you sort us out?" Yeah, of course we can. Annoyingly, he sent me a PSD, vector artwork if you're going to do it.
Yeah, that's what I've been told. Vector is the main thing for you for getting prints on standees or whatever.
Yeah, I mean we can convert it, we can do it, but it means we have to redraw it all. And yeah, there will be a charge for that because it's very time consuming. PSDs, PNGs, they're just a nightmare to work with. It's when you're blowing things up as well.
Yeah. Shout out to Will and Ellis as well, because I was hoping to interview them this weekend, but I didn't get round to it, so we'll arrange that another time. But yeah, it sounds interesting. And I guess some teams might be thinking prices. Obviously, you don't have to say here, but if you've said you recommend teams sell at like £25, it's going to be a bit less than that, right, for them to buy from you.
Yeah, it depends how many they buy. Yeah. Obviously, if they buy more, it gets cheaper. I think I can't remember how many Will ordered, but Will's were about £18.50 a shirt, and that was for his team to wear. That wasn't to be sold on. But again, it all depends on how much you order. Obviously, it's the same with anything. The more you order, it becomes cheaper for us to manufacture, so it becomes cheaper for you to buy. So
I have to say, when I won't name names, obviously, because I don't think it's fair. I'm talking about your business at the moment. But there are two. When I think of jerseys and merch, there are two that spring to mind in the UK for me. One is smaller and, from what I tell, is pretty good and affordable, and the other one is a bit more premium and expensive.
Yep.
So
I know you're talking
it
about.
looks like you're sort of going more at the budget level. Well, it depends, right? What you're doing, I guess.
We are going to have the quality of the one you're thinking about in terms of premium, but with the more of the prices of the one that you're thinking on the budget.
We aren't as cheap as the other person that you're thinking about.
Yeah.
But we're trying to keep close. We're trying to keep competitive without undercutting, and we've got to make money as well at the end of the day.
Of course, it's a business, isn't it? And
Yeah.
you're providing a service that is needed by a lot of grassroots teams, especially at like Insomnia. They like to wear the jerseys. Sometimes you get teams. There was the League of Legends final yesterday, and I can't remember if Grey Warwick had jerseys on. No, they didn't. I think both teams didn't. It's a shame because Verdant were third, and they would have got to the final with their lovely jerseys. They were the only org, NLC org in there, but it makes a difference.
Yeah,
it's professionalism at the end of the day. When you wear a uniform, you feel more professional, you look more professional, and it looks good to people. If potential sponsors are watching, it's advertising space for them. And
I know, players will expect to get the jerseys bought for them, but sometimes you have smaller groups of friends. If they pitch in and they're paying whatever 20-something quid each, that's pretty good price.
Interestingly, I was talking to Rachel from Team Solo Milks, whatever it is. They want jerseys for the next one, so I was like, just drop me a message. We'll sort it out. So
they didn't. I'm a bit disappointed. Anyone watching this from Team Solo Milk, you didn't. I've had a 20-minute interview with you the other day. And you didn't tell me that jerseys. I would have asked what's going to be on the jersey. Actually, I probably wouldn't want to ask that.
You probably can't put it on camera. Especially as it'll be I-69. Who knows?
Oh my God! Yeah, they're definitely going to be back, aren't they? My
Next
God.
year we were saying it's going to be rowdy as anything. The Insomnia merch stand is just going to disappear. It's just. We're talking to the merch guy actually, and he's saying he's been asked for some quite lewd t-shirts to be made for the next one.
When you say the Insomnia merch guy,
just the guy on the stand, and he was telling us all about it, about how people have been asking him to do.
I see, the official merch.
The official merch guy. It's been asked, been asked to do some.
That would be a news story if they do something like that. Because people will be talking about it.
He was good. He's like, the kids, man, we can't do that. People he'd
I
ask
had to be a bit careful in my interview the other day. Do I cut this bit out, kind of thing? I think we've covered a lot, guys. Is there anything you want to add about XCalibur or anything else?
Coming soon, next few weeks, assuming I sign off or me and Judge sign off on the design. But we sat at the PC yesterday, didn't we? Looking through, it's just a standard esports store. It's just a standard e-commerce store. I don't want to be a standard e-commerce store. So I need to figure something out for that. But
I like the UKEL website. Don't think I've been on the Clique website.
It's still getting relaunched. We're getting it built in the same language and stuff as the Fnatic website. So it's going to be very much up there in terms of premium websites and stuff. So it'll be launching end of Q2. Probably, but if you don't mind us saying, so people can reach out. So I'm going to be doing Mark's obviously got all the expertise and all the making the stuff. So I'm going to be doing partnerships and stuff with XCalibur, working with people. So if they want to reach out, CLQ_Spur on Twitter. If you want to reach out a bit more informally, if you want to reach out via email, it's george@excalibur.gg, which is XCalibur.gg.
People should know the classic story Excalibur and all of that stuff.
Yeah, exactly. That's written in we're About Us blog that's going to go out. It's we want just like the Kings of England want you to be able to reign over your theatre. That's that's
potential, isn't it? So when you say partnerships, George, do you mean sales coming in from orgs and then Mark's doing the work and stuff?
So it's one of the things with some of the other companies is you can very much feel like a number when you're contacting them. You can very much feel or you don't get contacted at all.
You're going to be the account manager.
Yeah, just not naming names, but I like talking to people. I like chatting. So it makes sense. So if people reach out and stuff, I've got my emails on my phone, much to my girlfriend's dismay. But like I'm here to talk. Like we're here to chat and solve stuff.
Just lastly, it wouldn't be an esports news UK thing if I didn't ask about drama. Not drama in particular, but I just get the feeling at the grassroots level, you do have. There are a lot of well-run teams, but you do have some that are a bit more inexperienced. Are you predicting or envisaging any drama around, jerseys or anything else? You're confident they're going to get there on time, but I'm sure there will be some that will say, "Oh, we needed it yesterday," And
so we are going to be, because that's again one of the things is, you're ordering 2 months before insomnia, but all it gets to a week before and they're still not delivered. So we're going to be very honest about lead times, and if people come to us a week before you need them, I'm not going to promise you the world. I'm going to be telling you, like, don't be daft. People need it. People need to come to it. So I'm hoping there's going to be no drama, because we're going to always be honest. So if people are going to cause drama, it's probably going to be more from their end. But hopefully I don't eat my words on this one. But we're just going to be open and honest.
And what are the lead times? You said 2 months. Because insomnia's coming up in August.
20 working days.
20
generally,
working days.
depending on the size
about
of the
3
order.
weeks, just under 3 weeks. So insomnia's in late August, I think. So you want to get it done by end of July, really.
Yes. So we've had experiences where we've ordered 2 to 3 months before insomnia, and they've just went dead on. People have just went dead on with, and then we'll get them delivered on the day. So that's what I was meaning by that. But so we'll be honest to people. People just get your orders in as soon as you can. Like the earlier you got them, I know they're going to be sat in your house, but you'd rather than be sat in your house than us being like, right, we'll get you them, but come on now.
People might want to, when they're watching this, see what the jerseys look like, so feel free to send me any pictures or anything. Because it might be good to put in the video.
Yeah, we got some done this weekend. Fantastic photographer from Newcastle. I'll send you his Twitter and stuff. He's absolutely amazing. He just started out about 6 months ago. He's absolutely amazing. Does 3D modelling for teams and everything. It's class.
Cool. Okay.
It isn't the norm, but on the run up to insomnia, we did have somebody approach us and say, 2 weeks before, less than 2 weeks before, can we have 110 shirts? And we can technically do that. And I did say to the guy, yes, we will actually do that for you if you get us the artwork and it's ready to go. But we have to push other things aside to make that happen, and that then annoys other customers, obviously. Ideally, a month and a half, 2 months. Did you
do that then, the 110?
We didn't in the end because they didn't get the artwork. They couldn't do it for us. If they'd asked us to do the artwork, again, we could have done it, but there's a charge involved.
Do you have templates for the artwork? Because some orgs might be thinking, how do I create a T-shirt on a vector?
Yeah, we can give out sort of templates. We can't give our actual sewing patterns out for obvious reasons. We don't want people to go away and say, here you go, somebody else created this.
You might be able to give an example of, I don't know, something that's sent, or a Darkspawn or Clique.
Yeah. Well, I've got the XCalibur ones that you saw us wearing. I can send people that.
So how does it work? Do you have like 2 sleeves, back and front?
Yeah, so you have a front, back, a collar. We do 12 different colours at the minute, but basically if you tell us what you want, we'll do it. And then 2 sleeves as well. And some people, I've got a template where you have netting down the side sewn in, the breathable netting stuff. It's whatever you want, we can do it. If you want templates designing for a specific thing, if you say, I've seen this North Face jacket, we want that, we can buy one in, unpick it, design a template. There is a charge, obviously, because we have to buy the jacket, but and we can send you that template, and that is then yours, and you crack on, do what you want.
That's interesting. Print it onto it.
And that's literally how we design templates. We'll buy an item, unpick it, and then design the template and recreate it. So some stuff we do by hand, and it's trial and error, but a lot of it is we just buy stuff that's already out there and copy it. So.
Cool. Well, I've said, was there anything else to add? You said come into it, but I always do that. That was 5 minutes ago, but I do mean it now. Anything else?
Your viewers won't be able to see this, but this is in the works as well. So
new site for UKEL. It's really nice. I mean, I already like the site with the news articles and things are quite easy to see.
So it's being designed at the minute. So I'm not doing that though. I'm paying somebody.
Okay.
Yeah. But again, obviously, there's a lot of new orgs out there. reach out. I know it's expensive. Reach out to a proper apparel designer. They'll be able to save you so much pain. The amount of times we've reached out to a designer, they've designed something, then we've had to pay another designer to put it onto Vector and all this sort of stuff. Just reach out to an apparel designer, tell them you want it in Vector, they'll get it done for you. It'll cost you a little bit more. There's a reason it costs more, and that is just because the templates, you can't get them without, like Mark says, either, again, companies will buy stuff in and pick it out. Again, the honesty that you will see from companies might not tell you that, but that is the way things are done. Or they've made their own, and it takes time and costs money to make that vector in that template. So just reach out to the correct people and get it done straight away. Costs you a little bit more money, but it'll save you time. It might even save you, like, help you get your jerseys for something like Insomnia, because it can take time to convert something onto vector and stuff.
And once you've got one template, you can maybe edit it yourself afterwards. Like, say a new sponsor comes in, you can replace that sponsor logo by dropping in a vector logo onto that sleeve or wherever it is. So I'd like to get, I always get the sort of cotton stuff made, and shout out to Aegon by AOC for help sending me here, but I'd like to get a sort of jersey style done with my name on the back and stuff like that at some point. So we'll see.
Start selling some EN UK merch. I'm sure people absolutely love it.
People have said that in the past, and some people have joked saying they want a Dom Sacco face on the front and all this silly stuff. I don't think I'm going to sell many of them, but I might do it in the future. Who knows? But
Dom's and I69, everybody will be wearing them.
Oh God, I'll go wait until after that one, I think. It's been a pleasure talking to you.
Thank you very much.
Thank you very much.
Any time, guys. Thanks for watching this. Please follow the chaps. I don't know if you have socials and things yet, but you've said I'll put it in. I'll try and remember to put it in the description, or remind me if I don't.
It's on my bio and stuff.
Yeah. So. On your Twitter, and thank you for watching this. This will be one of the last few sort of Insomnia bits of content now, coming towards the end, and hopefully we'll be back in the summer. So I hope you enjoyed it, and we'll see you all soon. We'll see you there.